Good morning all, I am the Pocket Medic, and today I will be doing my first day in the life. Bear with me because this is my first one ever. And I'll also be talking about my basic training and AIT experience. I'm a 68 whiskey, so we'll be going through my AIT, my medic experience. And I also have a couple battle buddies here with me in Fort Carson that will be talking through it with me. So we're just gonna be going throughout my day, just seeing my daily life and stuff like that. Well, not really daily life, because today I have a day off, and I don't know, we'll just see what I do today. Alright, so we're with Sherps, and this is one of my battle buddies. So let's start with a little bit of background knowledge. I'm from Maryland. Where are you from?
I'm from Nevada.
Okay, and where'd you go to basic?
I went to Fort Leonard Wood.
And I went to Fort Sill. When did you leave for basic?
I left home on February 4th. And 5th and 6th I was at MEPS. And at night on the 6th I was in reception at 1 in the morning.
Damn. I left around like late April, like April 20th or something like that.
That's when I graduated.
No.
Basic? April 20th was the day I graduated. Basic.
Okay, I'm 10 weeks behind, so yeah. So I left April like 20th or something like that. And then I just went straight to Fort Sill.
Reception. It's a lot of lines, a lot of waiting for nothing. You could probably do reception in 2 days, but you'll stand in line at parade rest and just get yelled at what you think's getting yelled at. You think you're getting yelled at, but you don't have no idea until you meet real drill sergeants. But it's pretty mellow. Like, you don't do much. You literally just wait in lines to do paperwork and medical processing. It's annoying how long it takes, but it's a culture shock, honestly. To get used to it, I thought it was.
Yeah, I went to Fort Sill. The thing is about Fort Sill is they have a reception battalion by itself.
Yeah. And
it lasts a couple weeks. Well, so it's supposed to be like 7 to 10 days or something like that, which is not necessary. But that happened. It actually didn't last that long for me though, because I ended up coming late because when I left there was a snowstorm and it just ruined everything. So I was delayed like a day, and I had to stay at the airport for like 12 hours, and when I came no one else was there. And since I came on like a Saturday, I wasn't able to get any of my like reception stuff. So I was literally in my same civilians for like 2 or 3 days straight, sweating in frickin' Fort Sill because it was hot then, and it was just a terrible ass experience.
So you get to reception, and the way it worked at Leonard Wood is they walk you through a room, which was your bay, but I didn't know what it was called back then. And there's just gear laid out, it's like camelbacks and boots. They're not boots. I don't even remember. It was like card. This is just a bunch of random gear. You have to put some of it together. It takes about an hour to get ready, and then they give you sheets, a blanket, and a pillow, and they tell you to go to sleep. And they turn the lights off, so you're in the pitch black, so you don't sleep much, because then they'll start shuffling more people in and out all night long. The lights keep getting switched on and off. So I slept for maybe an hour that night. And then it's just lines after lines after lines for the next 5 days. You get all your gear, and then you go to basic training.
Damn. So in Fort Sill, what happened was, since I came on a weekend, it was just really relaxed. We weren't really doing much. But that Monday that came up, we were honestly, it wasn't like yelling at you or anything. I kind of missed all that because I wasn't there for the main, like when they first got you or when they first tried making the first impressions. So I mean, I just got my stuff, just went through the whole thing. We really didn't do too much except for whenever we were at the reception area. We kind of just slept in just nice little barracks. Well, not really barracks, they're bays, they're like 60-man bays. And we just relaxed until we got picked up by drill sergeants in basic. So whenever we started red phase, you go first.
Mine was, red phase started with 5 days straight of us getting smoked, which you'll figure out what that is when you get there. It's not fun. But from the second we got on the bus, we had to sit with our bags, hugging our bags and looking down. We weren't allowed to look up.
You had buses.
They took us from the reception barracks to our basic training area. We got to those barracks, and there were people lined up along this like walkway, and they start screaming at us, get off the bus. They start throwing people off the bus, and we were tripping over each other and screaming at you with megaphones. They're screaming at us with megaphones, air horns, banging trash cans next to us. We run off, we get in front of our barracks, and we were there getting smoked for probably 2.5 hours straight with bags up over the heads. Hold it out in front of you, drop it, pick it back up, squat with it up over your head, and then do push-ups and just random exercises in between. And then they unloaded all our other bags from the trucks, and they said, all right, if your name is with this to this, you're in this company, go, you have 5 seconds. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, you didn't have your bags, they dropped you, they smoked you again. And then when you finally got your bags and got to your unit, your platoon and stuff, they just smoked you again. We got up to our individual bays for platoons, and for the next 4 hours until dinner, we were just doing push-ups. They were introducing themselves, but not in the way that you'd think. It wasn't like, hey, I'm Drill Sergeant so-and-so, nice to meet you. No, it was, I'm Drill Sergeant whatever, I'm gonna fuck your life up. You'll learn today. You're gonna learn today, private. And yeah, we didn't shower for the first 5 days because we weren't allowed to.
That's gross.
Yeah.
Damn.
They gave us, the first 5 days was literally just them smoking us and getting us used to the military, like the way it works, the sayings and whatnot. But yeah, they just smoked us nonstop. No showers because they gave us maybe a minute of personal time to change out of our uniforms into PTs and then go to bed. We had to be in bed at a certain time. Then they'd wake us up in the middle of the night and smoke us. Every morning they wake us up with air horns and throwing trash cans across the bay.
I remember those.
Yeah, so then, I don't know what yours was like.
Yeah, so, whenever the drill sergeants picked us up from reception, our reception was literally right across the street from where our company was, or battery, because Fort Sill is artillery. So what they did was they told us to pick all our stuff up, so we kind of did the double thing. So we had one duffel bag front loaded and then one duffel bag rear loaded, and then had our personal stuff, and we walked to the battery, which was like half a quarter mile, which really sucked because all that stuff was heavy. But when we got there, they told us to drop all of our stuff and then get in formation. When we got in formation, they told us to unzip everything and throw everything down on the ground. When we threw everything down on the ground, we started doing inventory, and when we had like 5-10 seconds to find whatever the item was, and if we didn't have it, drill sergeant would grab it, toss it, and then give you another 5 seconds to get it at the same time that everyone's getting smoked. So that was fun. When you first get into basic, they have this thing called the first 73 or first 72, 73, which is the worst time they smoke you. So hours and hours of getting smoked, just nothing but yelling, just making sure everything is just chaotic. All right, and then so that was the first like 12 hours. First day we woke up, this is I'll never forget. They told us wake up was I think 06 or 07. I don't even know what time it was. But when we heard wake up, we thought wake up meant like they would come in and wake us up, but apparently wake up for them that day meant we were ready and everything. So they kicked the door open, grabbed our trash, spilled it all around the room, and they gave us like 20-30 seconds to clean it up. And when that didn't happen, we'd start getting smoked. Gave us another 10 seconds to do it, get smoked again. That lasted maybe until lunchtime, and then we ate and then got smoked, and then just the first couple of days just you getting smoked. So just be ready for that.
I don't think it's not that bad.
It was bad.
It's bad. It sucks just because like you're used to being at home and like dealing with real people. You're not used to being treated like an animal.
Yeah.
So honestly, if you can make it through the first 5 days of basic, I'd say you can do any kind of training through AIT, everything. You can make it in the Army.
Yeah.
You just have to make it through those first 5 days, and it's not even that. I mean, it's hard, but it's just, honestly for me, most of it was just like changing over to being in the military from civilian. That was the hardest part. It was just like the culture shock, like I said.
Yeah, for me the hardest part was being a soldier 24/7, just being expected to be 100% disciplined, and thinking like a soldier was probably the hardest part, because you're so used to being an individual and just doing whatever you want and just relaxing.